I found an arbitrage opportunity. And if you don't know what an arbitrage is, I suggest you Google it and come to a complete understanding. In short, what it is you buy an asset today at a given price, and then because of different market availability, you turn around and sell it at a substantial gain. I found an asset that I can buy for $329 a piece and then turn around and sell it for $5,000. The longer I hold on to it, that $5,000 goes up. Let me explain this in detail.
Best of Us Investors presents Carrie Griegmeyer.
I have discovered an arbitrage that is available to Nita and I and anybody else that I want to bring in on it, and I'm inviting you to become a part of it. Let me give you the backstory. In 2009, Nita and I went on the Bourbon Trail in Kentucky. We went to Buffalo Trace in Frankfort, Kentucky, and I bought this bottle of Pappy Van Winkle. I paid, as best as I remember, $250 for the bottle. Put it on a shelf, forgot about it. And I just discovered that it auctioned the same bottle because I can put a flashlight here, look through, and I can see the day and the date, the year that this bottle was bottled, as well as I can find the batch number that it came from. And I found that my bottle, same bottle, auctioned off at Sotheby's in December for $52,000. That's an arbitrage. That's an asset that grew substantially. So I then decided I need to learn more about this. I kind of lucked into this one. Maybe I can luck into another one. So I went to my liquor store. And I live in Alabama, and we have state-run liquor stores. And I said, "You got any Pappy Van Winkle?" The guy behind the counter kind of smiled and said, "No, we don't. We only get that on release dates." I said, "When is your release date?" And he said, "It usually comes somewhere in October or November of the year." And so I went home and I did some research, and I found a website called Kentucky Supply Company, and it basically gave me the details on all the whiskeys that were released out of Kentucky and what their release dates were. And I came to the understanding that from that website that the Pappy Van Winkle would be released in October of 2023, and they would be making a distribution of it to the various liquor stores. I came to know that Pappy Van Winkle is going to charge the distributor who brings it to my Alabama liquor store somewhere in the neighborhood of $299 per bottle. Whoa, that's quite a markup. Then I went back to the liquor store and I said, "Do you have a price list on what these liquors you will be selling them for in October on their release dates?" He said, "Yes, I do. It's on the website." So I went to the website and I came to the realization that I will be able to buy the 2023 bottle of Pappy Van Winkle, 23 years, for $329.99. So then what I did was I went to Google and I said, what can I buy a 2022 bottle of Pappy Van Winkle, 23 years, currently? I could not find it for less than $4,999, and the average was somewhere in the neighborhood of $6,999. That's an arbitrage, okay? So what I then had to do, go back to the liquor store, and I said, how do I get access to that bottle when it comes out in October? He said, you need to enter a lottery, and that is, we will issue tickets for the third Saturday in October for people to come through the door and buy whatever is available based on this price list. And he gave me a 4-page price list of the bottles of whiskey that were going to be available. So what did I do? I registered Nita and I as opportunists to come and win that lottery. I'm allowed to actually enter for an opportunity in 4 liquor stores in the state of Alabama. So that's my arbitrage. And that's what I believe I want to share with you, because it's not just Pappy Van Winkle. It's a multitude of Irish whiskeys, Scottish whiskeys, Japanese whiskeys, Chinese whiskeys. If you can understand the system, do the research, and understand how it works, you put yourself in a very unique position. Now, beyond this, you can then go, as I could go to a liquor store in Tennessee that has a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle 2022 that I can currently buy for $4,999. That's right. Just last year at my liquor store, it sold for somewhere under $400, but it's now $5,000 at the liquor store. So what I want to do is get in front and be a part of the group who gets the new release. All right? And it happens across the whiskey industry and across the world. And that's what I've learned in my research over the last several weeks. I'm writing a book about it because I believe my role as Best of Us Investors, Carrie Grinkmeyer, retired financial advisor, is to give you an opportunity, teach you so that you can make good investment decisions, so that maybe you can walk into your liquor store and you can buy a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle for $329.99 and it immediately be worth $5,000. And if you have patience and the fortitude not to keep it and not drink it, it too could turn into a $5,000 or a $52,000 asset. So that's what I want to do for you. But I don't want you to just take my word for it. I'm going to walk you through what I've just learned and what this arbitrage is all about. And then I want to invite you to come and ask me to make available to you one of the ebook copies that I'm going to make of this book. I'm going to write an ebook and I'm going to make it available to the first 1,000 people who say, yeah, I want a copy of it when you make it available. Then I will actually format it and illustrate it, and I will make it available for sale. But that will come. The first 1,000 copies are going to be free. So you'll find a link in the description if you want a free copy. But now let's go to my computer and let me walk you through the path I walked to discover this arbitrage. Okay, here's where I started. 2022 Pappy Van Winkle 23 vintage. And here you can see Google has given me all kinds of quotes. Now you got to be here you see one for $17,900. That's not a 2022, but right here it tells me that they have a 2022. This one is going for $5,599. This is a bottle of whiskey that I could have bought if I won the lottery for less than $300 last year. Then let's go back and look again. Here's one for $8,900. I want to find one that was substantially less. This is the news story on Spirits Business that tells about the bottle, the 2018 bottle that I have that sold for $52,000. I like this. There's a one called Wine Search that gives. Here it is, Wine Searcher. And it gives a good variety. And here you go with the 2022 model, and you can see it as low as $4,994, $5,000, $5,100. This, again, let me reiterate, are people who are selling the same bottle that I could have bought in my Birmingham, Alabama liquor store for less than $300. So that gives you an understanding of the arbitrage. Now, let me show you. This is where I went to Kentucky Supply Company, and it's /bourbon release calendar. And as you can see here, I can scroll down, and it tells me looking for releases 2022 calendar. I click on that, and it then gives me a month-to-month release. Check each month tab for our Bourbon Release Calendar 23 edition. I then go to the October Bourbon release, and I come down here, and it tells me Pappy Van Winkle collection. It tells me then that some stories about the Pappy Van Winkle, and it tells me the pricing. And as you can see here, the Pappy Van Winkle 2023 will sell to the distributor for $299.99. Okay, now what I want to do is take you to the Alabama page and show you how they price it. So this is their monthly release program, and I go to allocated spirits list. And here it gives me all the spirits, the liquors that they're going to be making available and the prices that they're going to sell them for. So what I want to do is page down here for our comparison purposes and look at Pappy Van Winkle 23. And here I see it. Pappy Van Winkle, 23 year, 750 milliliter, and there it is. They're going to make it available on a monthly basis of $329.99. And as I showed you, that compares to a price I could buy in New York, in Tennessee, in California, ranging from a low of $4,900 to, you saw the prices. This is an arbitrage. This is a tremendous investment opportunity that I want you to be aware of. Okay, so where does this go from here? Well, my commitment is that I want to keep you informed about it. I'm doing the research. I've started to write a book. I'm actually using OpenAI to help me do it and ChatGPT. I've got about a 40-page book done at this point, an ebook. I'm going to make it available to the first 1,000 people who say, yes, I want a copy of it. You'll go to the link. You'll find the link to, yes, I want a book, or whatever I set it up as, and you get your name on that list. Then I'm going to illustrate and put that book together and make it available on Amazon. My commitment is, I found something that just excited me. When I discovered this little baby here was worth $52,000, and okay, maybe it's not 52. Maybe my buyer is only going to give me $48,000. I really don't care. I'm not going to sell it. But the purpose is, I recognize I found a bottle of Scottish whiskey that I was able to buy for $381 just the other day. And it has a history that over the next 20 years, it will go to about $36,000 or the equivalent inflation-adjusted price. This is available. And the key to it is to do your research, to know what is the basis of why these assets go up in value, and then to be able to have some level of confidence that what I'm buying is going to work. I'm only going to put about 5% of my portfolio into this, but that will end up being a substantial sum of money. And then I've got to build a vault to keep it in, because this is going to go crazy. I honestly believe our society is looking for this kind of investment. And history tells us that this is the kind of investing that you find in arbitrage. You find a place where you can, as a result of your knowledge. It's kind of like diamond mining. You got to do a lot of work. You got to get dirty. You got to get ugly about it. But when you find that diamond, it may cost you very little or nothing, or that gold, or that oil. That's how you make big money. This is how I'm going to make big money, and this is how I'm going to teach you to make big money. We have found an arbitrage. Subscribe to the channel. Come join me at Discord. We have a Friday stock meeting over Zoom, and we talk in more detail about this, and I share my thoughts and my findings. So that's my... I've been doing this for 3 years. I honestly believe that genome sequencing and genome editing is going to make me a billionaire over there, but this is just too damn easy, and it's a lot of fun. I'll talk to you again about this in the future.